Stop scrolling. Yes, you. I see you there, thumb hovering over your phone screen, ready to dive headfirst into another mindless TikTok spiral. Don't even try to deny it. Here's a question that'll make you uncomfortable. How many times today have you told yourself, just 5 more minutes, only to emerge 2 hours later from a black hole of dog videos, conspiracy theories, and some random guy building an Olympic-sized pool in the middle of the Amazon rainforest? Meanwhile, your to-do list sits in the corner like a disappointed parent, gathering dust and silently judging every life choice you've made. Your productivity completely vanished. Gone. Missing in action. But here's the brutal truth nobody wants to admit: your brain has been hijacked. You're trapped in what scientists call a dopamine feedback loop, and honestly, it's not entirely your fault. Think about it for a second. Your brain is literally hardwired to chase pleasure and avoid pain. It's a survival mechanism that's been keeping humans alive for thousands of years. But here's where everything goes wrong in our modern world. Instead of getting dopamine from actual achievements, finishing that project you've been putting off for weeks, finally hitting the gym like you promised yourself, or even just drinking water like a functional adult, you're getting these cheap, artificial hits from scrolling, snacking, and procrastinating. And let's be brutally honest here, it's slowly ruining your life, one mindless scroll at a time. But here's where this story takes a turn. I discovered a ridiculously simple hack that completely flipped my productivity overnight. No BS life coach nonsense, no expensive courses, no complicated systems that require a PhD to understand. Just a stupidly easy brain trick that actually works. It's called the dopamine menu, and once you learn how to use it properly, you'll be able to hack your own brain, break out of that procrastination prison, and multiply your productivity by 100 without needing superhuman willpower or discipline. Sounds too good to be true. Stick with me. Let's talk about dopamine, your brain's mischievous little dealer who's been running your entire life without you even realizing it. Dopamine is essentially your brain's reward system. It's like having a personal cheerleader inside your head that gets excited every time you do something it thinks is good for your survival. Eat food. Dopamine celebration. Get likes on a social media post. Dopamine party. Finally start that workout you've been avoiding. Your brain throws a full-on dopamine festival. But here's the problem, and this is where everything falls apart. Your brain is actually pretty dumb when it comes to modern life. Your prehistoric brain can't tell the difference between, "I just achieved a major life milestone," and "I just watched a squirrel do parkour on Instagram." To your brain, a hit is a hit. It just wants that sweet, sweet dopamine rush, and it doesn't really care where it comes from. So instead of chasing real, meaningful rewards that actually improve our lives, we get stuck in what I call dopamine traps. We're scrolling endlessly, binge, watching entire seasons in one sitting, playing just one more game, until suddenly it's 3 in the morning, and the only thing we've accomplished is learning that wombats poop in perfect cubes. Let me paint you a picture of what my life looked like before I figured this out. Every single morning followed the exact same soul-crushing pattern. I'd wake up, and before my feet even hit the floor, I'd grab my phone. Then I'd spend the next hour scrolling mindlessly through social media, watching videos of people living their best lives while I was still lying in bed like a human burrito. Somehow, every day, I'd convince myself that today was going to be different. Today was going to be the day I finally got my act together. But surprise, surprise, it never was. By noon, I'd accomplished absolutely nothing except consuming a ridiculous amount of completely useless content. I'd watch other people online getting things done, making progress, building businesses, traveling the world, and living these amazing lives, while I was still sitting in the exact same spot, buried under a mountain of notifications and half-eaten snacks. The worst part, I knew exactly what I was doing to myself, but I couldn't seem to stop. Then one day, after yet another full afternoon of what I liked to call productive procrastination, that thing where you convince yourself that watching YouTube videos about productivity counts as actually being productive, I finally hit my breaking point. I was done. Completely done with feeling like my own worst enemy. Done with letting my brain control me instead of the other way around. That's when lightning struck, and I came up with the dopamine menu, a simple way to trick my brain into wanting productivity just as much as it craved social media. Here's exactly what I did. I grabbed a piece of paper and wrote down simple, satisfying tasks that would actually move my life forward instead of keeping me stuck in the same place. Then I forced myself to start incredibly small. No crazy self-discipline required, no massive life overhauls. Just one tiny win at a time. And let me tell you, the first day was absolutely awkward. My brain fought me harder than a toddler being told they can't have candy for breakfast. I kept reaching for my phone out of pure habit, my fingers twitching like a recovering addict. But I stuck to it. By day 3, something genuinely weird started happening. Something I never expected. I wasn't forcing myself to be productive anymore. My brain was actually starting to crave the real dopamine hits. Finishing a task felt like winning a video game. Checking something off my list gave me the same rush I used to get from getting likes on social media. By the end of that first week, I wasn't just getting things done, I was absolutely on fire. I felt unstoppable, like I had discovered some secret superpower that nobody else knew about. But here's the craziest part of all, it wasn't painful. It wasn't about gritting my teeth and forcing myself to be disciplined through sheer willpower. It was actually fun. My brain was literally rewiring itself to associate productivity with pleasure. Instead of craving those short, empty dopamine bursts from distractions, I was craving the deep satisfaction of making real progress. The rush of actually getting important things done became just as addictive as scrolling through TikTok used to be. Now, months later, I don't need to try to be productive. It's just how my brain naturally works. I get my dopamine from winning at life instead of wasting time on meaningless distractions. And if someone like me, who used to be the king of procrastination, can do this, trust me, you can too. That's when I had this massive realization. What if I could hijack my own brain? What if I could trick my brain into chasing dopamine from things that actually improve my life without needing superhuman willpower or discipline? Enter the dopamine menu. Think of your motivation like ordering from a restaurant. Right now, your brain is essentially binge eating fast food dopamine all day long. Social media, junk food, video games, endless scrolling. It's cheap, it's easy, and it leaves you feeling empty and unsatisfied. But what if you could swap that junk food dopamine for premium, high-quality dopamine sources that actually make you successful and fulfilled? Here's exactly how it works, broken down into a simple system you can start using today. First, we have Appetizers. These are quick dopamine hits designed to kickstart your productivity engine. These are tiny, ridiculously easy actions that wake your brain up and get your momentum building. Blast your favorite high-energy song and dance like nobody's watching, instant energy boost and mood lift. Make your bed, yes. I know it sounds stupidly simple, but trust me, it's an easy win that sets a productive tone for your entire day. Do 10 push-ups or jumping jacks. Shocking your body with sudden movement is like hitting the reset button on your brain's energy levels. Chug a full glass of ice, cold water, because let's be honest, you're probably dehydrated right now and your brain is running on empty. Write down one small task and immediately do it. The dopamine hit you get from crossing it off your list is absolutely incredible. Next, we have the main course. This is deep work that truly feeds your brain and soul. This is where the real dopamine rewards come from. These activities take some effort, but they pay off in ways that social media scrolling never could. Work on an important project for 45 minutes with zero distractions, just pure, focused effort on something that matters. Read 10 pages of a book that actually excites and inspires you, not the one that's been collecting dust on your nightstand for 6 months. Write down a big, meaningful goal and take the very first small step toward it. No overthinking, no planning paralysis, just action. Cook a real meal from scratch instead of ordering takeout again. Bonus points if it's actually edible. Go outside and touch some grass. Seriously, your phone will survive without you for 30 minutes. Then we have side dishes. These are strategies for making boring, necessary tasks suck way less. We all have things we absolutely hate doing, but they have to get done anyway. Here's how you make them not only tolerable, but maybe even enjoyable. Listen to your favorite podcast or audio book while cleaning, because doing dishes in complete silence is basically torture. Turn responding to emails into a speed challenge, gamify it, and see how fast you can clear your inbox. Call a friend while running errands, because misery truly loves company, and everything's better with good conversation. Pair annoying tasks with rewards. Finish that work project, then you get to enjoy your favorite coffee or treat. Finally, we have dessert. These are your controlled guilty pleasures. You don't have to quit entertainment completely and become some kind of productivity robot. You just need to make these pleasures earned rather than mindless. Watch one episode of your favorite show, not the entire season in one sitting. Yes, I'm specifically talking to you, Netflix binge watcher. Enjoy your favorite snack, but only after you've accomplished something meaningful. Scroll through TikTok or Instagram, but set an actual timer, because we both know just 5 minutes is a complete lie. And then there are the specials. These are rare dopamine jackpots that feel absolutely amazing. These are things you don't do very often, but when you do, they're complete game changers. Plan a weekend getaway or mini vacation because your brain desperately needs to escape routine sometimes. Buy yourself something nice, but only after you've crushed a major goal. Make it a celebration, not a consolation prize. Take a completely guilt-free lazy day, but make sure it's earned through hard work, not just a default lifestyle choice. Now here's your moment of truth. You've made it this far in this video, which tells me you're actually serious about taking back control of your brain and your life. So I don't just want you to watch this and move on. I want you to actually do something about it right now while you're still motivated. Step 1. Grab a piece of paper, open your Notes app, or tattoo it on your arm if you have to. Write down your personal dopamine menu right now. List your quick wins, your deep work activities, and the rewards you'll earn instead of mindlessly consuming distractions. Step 2. Make it impossible to ignore. Stick it on your bathroom mirror, make it your phone wallpaper, or slap it on your refrigerator next to that expired takeout menu from 3 months ago. Step 3. Commit to this for exactly 1 week. No excuses. No, I'll start tomorrow. Nonsense. Do this for just 7 days. If absolutely nothing changes in your life, fine, go back to your old habits. But I guarantee you won't want to. Your brain isn't the enemy here. Dopamine isn't the enemy either. The real enemy is letting meaningless distractions hijack your time, your energy, and ultimately your entire future. Every single time you reach for your phone without thinking, every time you choose scrolling over starting that important project, you're essentially voting for the person you don't want to become. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep giving away your precious time for free, keep living on autopilot, stuck in the same exhausting cycle of procrastination and regret? Or are you finally going to hack your own brain and take your focus back once and for all? Picture yourself exactly 1 year from today. Are you still stuck in the same place, still making the same excuses, still feeling frustrated with your lack of progress? Or are you crushing your biggest goals because you made the decision to take control right here, right now, today? The choice you make in the next few minutes will determine which version of yourself you become. Make the choice that your future self will thank you for. Now stop overthinking it. Go build your dopamine menu, follow it religiously, and for once in your life, use your brain's natural wiring to actually work for you instead of against you. If this completely changes how you think about productivity and motivation, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what's going on your personal dopamine menu. And if you want more strategies for taking control of your mind and building the life you actually want, make sure to subscribe because we're just getting started.